one of my closest friends is, her husband died suddenly in his sleep, totally unexpectedly. A few months later, she developed cancer. So she's dealing with the cancer, and she's also dealing with the being a widow, the challenge of being a widow. She's asking for my prayer for healing and comfort in being a widow. As we talk about trials and accepting them, how do I relate to her?
Here we are talking about somebody else's trials, not your own trial. So, how do you deal with somebody else's trial and still evolve yourself as a spiritual person? See, number one, when you are dealing with people, you need to be very detached. Okay? Detached in the sense you are not connected to the problem and you are not connected to the person either. The idea of that person being my friend and my colleague and I've known her all my life, and you associating I into the person you are dealing with, many things can go wrong. So you need to separate the I from the person who is actually going through the trials. Okay? It's no longer I am her friend. She is a child of God. That's it. So you are there, you're going to take care of a child of God. Not your friend, a child of God. Okay, that level of detachment have to be there. And the second thing is, there is no methodology and an intellectual answer to what you're going to tell her. It doesn't exist. Okay, because what she is going through is very unique. It is always something so unique, at least to the person who is going through that. When you are going through a trial, the trial is very unique to yourself. Okay, so you really cannot apply something you learned from somewhere and try to enforce that into that person. That's not going to work. Okay, the way you deal with that is you just transcend into the realm of wisdom, and then go on, say it, do it, whatever the wisdom instructs you to do. You see, in other words, there is going to be some kind of an emotional connection in the whole idea. You're going to see it like you are observing a synchronicity experience. You're going to observe what the other person is going through. Observe how she is feeling as a widow and how emotionally that is affecting her. Observe how she is going through handling the death of her husband. Observe the emotions, how the emotions are playing out. Okay, then you come and observe how she is dealing with the cancer and how she is dealing with all the therapies and all those things that she is going through in dealing with the cancer. Just observe it like, you're observing a synchronicity experience and how emotions are at play. Okay, that you do as you are in the meditative framework in the realm of wisdom. You're only observing. You're not intellectualizing anything that is going on. Only observing.
Right.
Okay, then you come back. You come back into the emotional mode, into your personal mode, into your intellectual mode, and synthesize what you observed. All the answers that you're looking for, all the answers that she is looking for, everything will flow naturally. You see that? So you really don't need to control what you're going to say. That's not how you deal with people who are going through trials and who still trying to remain faithful. You need to tell them what God is trying to tell them through you.
God is trying to tell them.
Through you.
Me.
Yes, how God is using you as an instrument to communicate that person. That is what you are engaged in. You are not going to tell them what you intellectually feel is right. Okay? There you are contradicting with running into conflicts with God, running into conflicts with wisdom. Engage wisdom, observe everything that's going on, and then pray as you come back into your intellect. And just ask God. If you don't have anything to tell, ask Him, what do you want me to tell Him? Just get on my tongue, and you use my tongue any way you want. You use my feelings any way you want. You use my touch any way you want. Anything you want to use of me, it's all yours. Use me. Then God will use you to communicate to that person. So you need to surrender yourself. That's it. Yeah,
Is the key.
observation is the key. You need to observe everything, not in an intellectual order, in the order of wisdom, in the natural order, observing how emotions are at play. Observe.